Hello, this is Corey Gerard, and I'm coming back at you for another epic Monster Wars battle between Jason Voorhees and Michael Myers. So, we start this scene in a basement where a guy appears to be working on a steel cutting tool. We cannot see his face because all is now seen through his eyes. This tool is a large surgical scalpel, and the guy now attaches a wire cord to the back end of it. His hand is then seen swinging the scalpel around as the wire picks up sound. Now this person suddenly looks over and sees a pale white mass. It seems he then draws nearer and nearer to it. Both hands are then seen picking the pale mass up. The scene then angles around to show a full view of this stranger. Oh my lord, it is Michael Myers as shown wearing that mask with a blue zip-up workman suit. He is now seen walking forward. Now the scene gets very dark and it quickly moves to another place. We now find another room location and a white hockey mask is seen very visible. Now other parts of this room is shown, and there are many sized knives seen laying on a table. Next, the scene goes to a nearby tool hanger, and a big machete is seen hanging on the wall. Now the scene faces a wall where a big shadow now appears. The shadow almost looks like a person. Then this shadow figure is seen moving as the wall expresses that. Now the hockey mask is shown again as boot footsteps are heard nearing it. A big rough looking hand comes into view and it is seen picking the mask up. Then the other hand joins the touchy field. The mysterious stranger now appears to be looking at the mask, and then he turns it around to see its back strap. Now this scary mask rises up and the scene angles around to show the mysterious guy. Oh Lord, it's Jason Voorhees, now shown fitting his mask with both hands. Jason then looks at the assortment of weaponry. He then walks over to the tool hanger and takes the machete off the wall. This vicious monster then turns and swings the machete downward as seen at a forward view. The scene then becomes very dark. Now all of a sudden thunder and lightning is heard as the nighttime sky rumbles. The scene then moves inside a big warehouse of some kind. We then arrive inside a well-lit room. It doesn't appear to be filled with a lot of stuff though. The scene then moves to a big right window where lightning flashes are now seen, and it is still thundering loud. Now the motion moves to a far front wall. A big calendar is seen hanging there. Then all of a sudden the calendar begins to flip through its pages, but no one is seen turning them. The calendar then stops on the date of October 31st, and then it flips a page to the date of Friday the 13th. The pages now keep flipping back and forth to those two scary dates. Now all of a sudden the lights go off, and a flash of lightning shows Michael Myers standing in the dark room. Only his masked face is shown though. The room then goes completely dark again, and another big flash of lightning reveals the hockey mask Jason. This Crystal Lake slasher is now seen standing on the opposite side of Michael Myers, and there was thunder with both of those flashes of light. After those brief revealing flashes of light, the room went completely dark, but now the room's lights come back on. We now can clearly see Jason and Michael facing each other on opposite sides of the room. Both now stare at each other, but neither make an approach as of yet. The scene then moves to the flipping calendar again, and it still shows those two famous dates. We then see only Michael Myers, and the motion moves closer to his eyes. Now Myers quickly flashes back into the past, and he is then seen as a little boy. Michael is now at home with his parents and big sister. They are seen in the living room. It seems his parents are about to go out on this Halloween night. Michael's father then rubs little Mikey's head and says, "You be a good boy, Michael, and your sister will take you trick or treating." Michael's sister then responds, "Come on, Dad, I got better things to do tonight." Now little Michael replies, "We know, boys, boys, boys." Michael's sister then says, "Shut up, Michael." Both parents are now seen about to leave, a costumed Michael and sister. His mother then walks over and kisses Michael on the cheeks, and she then says, "You heard your father, please take your brother out tonight." The sister is then seen replying, "Okay, Mom." Little Michael is next seen sticking his tongue out at his sister, and she then tries to grab him. Michael then quickly runs out of the room as the parents are shown closing the front door. The scene then quickly forwards to the future, and Michael is now seen all grown up. He is still facing off against Jason Voorhees. Now a large ceiling fan is seen spinning right above them. Now we motion near Jason, and the scene nears his eyes. Jason then is shown flashing back into the past. He is now remembering the night before he went off to summer camp. We then see a neighborhood as the scene draws near to some house. A woman's voice is then heard before the motion enters this home. Now a woman is seen packing clothes in a suitcase, and she says, "Oh boy, my little Jason is going off to camp." Miss Voorhees then is seen saying, "Jason, come here, Jason." A little boy then enters the bedroom. It seems this kid has some type of eye deformity. Now the boy Jason replies, "Yeah, Mom," but he looks sort of sad. His mother then walks over and hugs him. She then replies, "What's the matter? Don't you want to go have all that camp fun?" A little Jason is now seen shaking his head, yes, and he replies, "I guess so, Mom." His mother then is seen smiling. She begins to gently pinch both of Jason's facial cheeks. Miss Voorhees does so while she says, "Yes, you do. Oh, yes, you do." The scene then quickly jumps ahead to the future, and again, Michael and Jason are seen facing each other in a large room. Now they begin to walk towards one another. Michael is seen taking a big scalpel out of his inner jumpsuit pocket. We then see the masked Jason draw his machete from a side holster. Now, all of a sudden, Jason lifts his machete to swing, but Michael quickly grabs Jason's right wrist. Michael Myers is now seen stabbing Jason in his upper chest. Michael's scalpel certainly went through. Now Jason's weapons is seen falling to the ground. Then Michael starts to repeatedly stab Jason. The hockey mask Jason then is seen falling to the ground. This falling monster now lands on his back. Michael Myers now stands over Jason Voorhees, who appears to be dead. Michael then turns to walk away, and Jason awakens. The monster Jason then trips Michael by grabbing his ankles. We then see Jason stand to his feet. Michael then tries to get up, but Jason quickly kicks him in the face. Michael is then seen falling back as he flies across the room. Michael then drops his scalpel weapon. Jason Voorhees then is seen picking his long knife up, and he walks toward a shaken Michael Myers. Michael is then seen shaking his masked head because Jason's strength is amazing. Now Jason nears Michael, and the Halloween killer gets to his feet. Jason then swings his machete and slices Michael across his chest. It wasn't a bad cut though, because Michael avoided much of it. Jason then starts to swing his weapon wildly as he seeks to chop Michael Myers up. Michael is then seen avoiding those chops and slices. Now suddenly Myers quickly charges Jason, and he knocks the machete slasher to the ground. We then see both of them wrestle around, but neither can gain an advantage. Now both of them grab each other around their necks as they continue to struggle. Michael then punches Jason in his mask wearing face, so Jason punches Michael in his. It seems that Jason's punch was a little heavier because Michael loses his grip on Jason. We then see Jason get back up, and Michael then gets to his feet as well. Now Jason is seen reaching down to pick up his machete, but Michael runs and kicks it away. Now Jason turns and forearms Michael to the head. Michael Myers then falls on a nearby table. Jason then pursues him quickly and reaches down to grab Michael. Now Michael recovers and kicks Jason in the chest. Jason then is seen moving back, but Michael's kick didn't take him down. We then see Michael rush Jason and throw a number of punches to the hockey slasher's head. Michael then gets in closer and knees Jason to the stomach. That blow seemed to knock some wind out of Jason, but the hockey slasher pulls out small twin daggers. Jason then is seen stabbing Michael on both sides of his neck, and Michael Myers slowly falls to his knees. Jason Voorhees is now seen standing over a twin-daggered Michael Myers. Then Michael is seen pulling both daggers out of his neck. Michael now starts to pull at his mask, and then he falls backward. Now it appears that Michael has died. Stay tuned for part 2 of this battle between Jason Voorhees and Michael Myers.